Okay, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today sorry, we have a channeled message, and this channeled message is a little bit different from the ones that we usually have. And this channeled message is 15 signs that you have a narcissistic mother. All right, I was told to do certain channeled messages this week, and so I'm just gonna go ahead and do those. And we're not gonna take this too long, so let's go ahead and get to it. So of course, you guys, we've been talking about breaking generational curses. We've been talking about stepping outside of the boundaries and transgressions that people have been putting on us. So in order for us to do that, of course, it starts within the home. All right, so without further ado, let's get started. All right, so the first sign that you have a narcissistic mother, you start to feel bad for needing attention or help. Okay, so this is one of the biggest signs for me. When you start to feel bad for needing to go to the doctor, or needing to get advice, or needing anything from your parent, okay, that is a sign of some type of narcissistic abuse, usually a sign of covert narcissism. Okay, these signs are actually based on covert narcissism, because these are usually the hardest type of narcissist to spot. So I'm going to help you guys spot them. So that is the first sign. You feel bad for needing attention or help, because usually a narcissist, they basically work on the narcissistic apply. So a lot of times we're doing things and we are acting in a way to make this person, or make the narcissistic mother, feel nice. All right, the next sign 2, that you are dealing with a narcissistic parent. You always find yourself catering to their needs. Again, this is another fundamental part of the narcissistic apply thing, but you always find yourself catering to this person, whether it be their physical, spiritual, or mental needs. Okay, you're always catering to their needs, which is kind of why you start to feel bad for needing attention, needing love, needing inspiration from these people, because a lot of the times the energy that you are feeling is actually projections of how they actually want you to feel. Okay, now the third sign that you have a narcissistic mother is you don't tell them about your accomplishments because you don't feel like they care. All right, this is actually, to me, one of the biggest signs. I probably will say this like 50 times throughout this video. We don't even have 50 signs. All right, but this is definitely a sign to me, because of course a narcissist, they make everything basically about themselves. Okay, they also see their children as direct links to them. Okay, so if you're not doing what they want you to do, if you're not acting the way they want you to act, okay, a lot of times their ego and things of that nature are pretty much built based on the accomplishments they have, and they don't really see their children as individual people, more of I'd say trophies. Okay, so that's the third sign. You don't really tell them about your accomplishments because you just simply don't think that they would care. Okay, and this is actually a problem, because as a parent, you should definitely care about what your child has going on. Okay, because this is definitely a form of psychological abuse. Okay, feeling as if you're not good enough. Okay, this breeds those types of feelings. All right, so the fourth sign that you have a narcissistic mother is they downplay your emotions. So this will be in a way where you'll tell someone, or you'll tell your parent, hey, I feel this way, or I feel like you're doing this. Okay, and they'll probably say, well, no, you're just tripping, you're being dramatic, things like that. So a lot of times they'll downplay your emotions, because of course a narcissist, they are based on the ego. So if you're doing anything to hurt or to alter their perception of how they want to be perceived, then they will downplay how you are feeling. Okay, so whether you're feeling sad, whether you're feeling mad, whether you're feeling hurt, it does not matter. If it does not make the narcissist feel as if they are being benefited in any way, they do not care. Okay, so the next sign that you have a narcissistic mother is you always have to take responsibility for their actions. So say for instance, you and your mother get into an argument and it's clear as day that whatever that this person or your mother is accusing you of doing is wrong, or they know that they're wrong, but in some way, somehow they gaslight you or they project onto you enough to where you feel as if the whole shit was your fault. Then you start feeling bad, then you start saying I'm sorry. Now I actually dealt with this a lot, saying I'm sorry constantly, and I didn't actually know that this was a problem until I had friends like, bro, why are you telling me I'm sorry all the time? It was like I was always constantly sorry for no reason. That is a mere sign that you are being psychologically abused by a narcissist, okay? Now, you take responsibility for their actions, and you're always basically put in the forefront of their mind when it comes to blaming. All right, so you'll probably notice that your parent, if they're mad, they'll come to you and they'll basically start blaming all these things on you that has nothing to do with what the hell you're talking about, or even the day, or even the fucking discussion. All right, that is a mere sign that you are experiencing narcissistic abuse and formerly narcissistic supply. All right, the next step, or the next sign, sign 6, that you are experiencing a narcissistic mother is you always have to be the bigger person. They never tell you positive things. Now, when of course we think about, you know, being a spiritualist or being a healer, we want to think about thinking about things on a bird's eye view or an eagle's perception. But say for instance you're a child and you know, you're supposed to be a child. These people, or your parents, your narcissistic mother, will make you basically feel like, you know, whatever you're feeling, whatever you're doing is not right. So you'll start to revert all those feelings that you were feeling, you know, towards yourself, and, you know, taking care and nurturing those things that you feel, into taking responsibility, or having to just say, well, okay, my mom doesn't understand, or okay, well, my mom wasn't raised by good people, or okay, you're always constantly making excuses for your parent. That is a tell-all sign that you are being psychologically abused, okay? Also, the thing where I said they never tell you positive things, this is like this comes again with that type of feeling like you're not good enough, okay? Because it's almost as if, say for instance, your parent, your narcissistic mother, they tell you, hey, I need you to do this, okay? And of course, that is a tell sign that you are experiencing narcissism as well. All your accomplishments, all the things that you do, all the things that you're wanting to accomplish is merely because of your narcissistic parent, or just to make them happy, or to get the approval of this parent, okay? So that is definitely a sign of narcissistic abuse, and internally covert narcissism, okay? And covert narcissism definitely affects the psychological brain, okay, and the psychological mind, all right? So that's when we basically start to do things that we don't even know that we're doing, right? We're starting to like build temperaments that we don't even know that we're building, right? Things like that, all right? Now, sign 7 that you are dealing with a narcissistic parent is backhanded compliments. Now, you guys probably experience backhanded compliments all the time from like haters and shit like that, but 9 times out of 10 you have experienced it from your narcissistic parents first. All right, so what is a backhanded compliment? A backhanded compliment is very condescending. It's usually a compliment that is actually, it comes off very endearing and nurturing and loving to the core, but in some type of way, whether you're spiritualist, whether you're intuitive, whether you're not intuitive at all, okay, we all have intuition. You know that it's kind of like something's off about the message, or something's off about whatever they're saying to you, okay? This is a sign that you are being narcissistically abused. So say for instance, they'll say, well, hey, you look super pretty today, okay? Like today. Or it's basically passive aggressive nature, okay? You guys know exactly what I'm talking about, all right? Or they'll say, well, I'm happy you decided to clean your room today. Or I'm happy that, I don't know, it'll be like something that kind of like, it's supposed to come off endearing, but you can tell that it's still something like kind of behind whatever they're saying. All right, now the 9th sign that you are experiencing a narcissistic parent is, or mother, because we're doing fathers next. All right, they never take up for you and will make it a priority to prove you wrong. Now, to me, this is one of the most important factors in trauma, okay? Especially when dealing with narcissism, all right? Say, for instance, you know, you really need someone to take up for you, and you observed and you're always taking up for your parent and you always have their back, but every time it's time for them to have your back, they never can do it. Or they even agree with the people who are going against you. That is a tell sign that you are dealing with a narcissist, okay? So, yeah, let's keep going. Sign number 10, they only do things for you so they can be praised. This is a very traumatizing sign as well, and I say that the next 5 signs are pretty traumatizing as well. So say, for instance, they say, you'll hear, you're ungrateful, I do everything for you. Well, honestly, what is a parent for, right? They're supposed to actually take care of you, nurture you until a time, right? And of course, you know, we start to think about like, oh, well, you know, there's people who don't even have parents, or, you know, people who are adopted and they're adopted into these crazy ass homes. Imagine being adopted and fucking growing up with a narcissist. I'll wait. Sorry guys, I lost my train of thought. So these are kind of things where like they buy you things, or they'll make this huge ass scene about what they've given you because it's not actually genuine. Anytime someone has to throw in your face of what they've done for you, it's never genuine, okay? Rather this is all your life, or rather this is for one time, or rather this is based on a gift. But anything that is not genuine and is thrown back in your face is, in this case, a form of narcissistic abuse. All right. Sign number 10, they treat you like a trophy. So say, for instance, when you were younger, a lot of the things that they did, like I told you guys, narcissists see their children as direct links of themselves instead of individual people. So they'll buy you clothes and they'll make you look nice just so people can be like, oh, well, they're a good ass mom, like, you know. So they'll do things, excuse me guys, they'll do things to basically treat you as like a fucking dangling trophy for their accomplishments, right? So this could be anything. This is like even your mother droning like the PTA fucking people, and like, you know, she doesn't even give a fuck about you going to school, and then you're like, what the fuck? And everybody's like, oh, she's such a great parent, and you're like, what the fuck? This bitch don't even care, right? Okay, so next, we don't want to call our parents out of their name, just so you guys know it's not okay. The next sign is you feel misunderstood. All right, anytime you feel misunderstood and your parent says, I know you, you know, a lot of times a narcissist parent, they'll make you feel as if they're the only ones that love you, they're the only ones that have you. And this is not just a narcissistic parent, let's only be honest, this is a narcissist in general. All right, so this is pretty common. Overall narcissism doesn't put a category on it, right? But you never feel understood, okay? You know how it's like you've always tried to understand your parent, but they never tried to understand you. So you're constantly you know, feeling misunderstood, everything. You're just misplaced. You feel like the black sheep, damn near, okay? And then sign 14, they make you feel crazy. Say, for instance, you're telling your parent, hey, this happened to me. Hey, they're bullying me. Hey, this is happening. They're like, no, they're not. Why would they bully you? Or they'll give you a backhanded compliment like, girl, you're just tripping. No one's jealous of you. You're not even that cute type energy. Trust me, there's mothers that do this. All right. And lastly, they hurt your feelings on purpose. These are the type of people who kick you while you are down. All right. If you ever find that when you are super sad and all of a sudden your mother comes taunting you with shit that's going to make you even more sad, that is a tell sign that this person is a narcissist. Now, the biggest sign that I have for you guys to know that your mother is a narcissist is they compete with you. Your mother, she will compete with you. Yes. this is one of the biggest signs in the world when your mother is in competition, or they try to basically hold you back so that you won't either, I don't even know how to put this in words. It's just so fucking crazy, right? Basically, they'll try to hold you back so that you won't, you know, basically get from their graces. I don't know. So they'll hold you back, they'll compete with you, but a lot of these things are always passive aggressive, because remember, guys, narcissists never want you to figure them out, because if they feel like you figured them out, then they feel like they failed at something. Remember, narcissism is not technically who these people are, but merely a projection of who their ego are, and merely a shield to basically protect them. So if you ever find that your mother is competing with you, or you think your mother's competing with you, 10 times out of 10 she probably is. Okay, you don't just feel shit like that for no reason, because you're like, what the fuck, why would my own mom be competing with me? Like, you know, she birthed me, or she adopted me, or whatever. Okay, so whatever. Okay, if you guys have any other forms of narcissism from a mother, please drop them down below. Feel free to correct me on anything that I may have gotten wrong in a polite way, please. And I love you guys, and I will see you guys in my next video.